Right? One of the most powerful things that I learned recently was apart from what we learned through about the transformation. There are different stages in the transformation. Corresponding to that, we have 3 workshops. But one thing that I discovered is about this identity of being a liberated entrepreneur. So if we ask the question, who am I? And if you say, I am a liberated entrepreneur. So we all know, we all are entrepreneurs. I think most of us, we are all entrepreneurs. Who's an entrepreneur? Yeah? Okay? All right? Okay. Now, for some of us, it's just something that we do. But for many of us, it's an identity. And what is the definition of an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is somebody who takes initiative, who makes things happen, who takes risk, right? So naturally, we are driven constantly to take initiative, to go and make things happen, and to take risk. As a consequence, we don't end up feeling completely balanced. We end up overdoing it sometimes, right? And that's where the concept of a liberated entrepreneur comes into the picture. So if I'm a liberated entrepreneur, how do I then think? How do I act? How do I take decisions? That is very different. Let's look at a scenario, okay, when someone who assumes the identity of an entrepreneur would react versus somebody who is a liberated entrepreneur. Okay, let's take a typical scenario. There is some emergency, some escalation in the business. Some customer, some client is very unhappy. They're complaining, and maybe someone in the team has messed up. As an entrepreneur, what is our instinct? What is it that we would normally do? How would we handle the situation, right? So naturally, we tend to become like firefighters, jumping into it, getting into the center of things and saving the day and coming out, I'm the hero, right? But as a result of this, you are constantly firefighting. And forget about liberation. Whereas now, if I'm a liberated entrepreneur, what is my role? What is my role in the business? What is my role in the company? As Balaji explained to us in the, I think it's the Mindsets workshop, that our role is like not that of the hunter, like the lion or something like that. Yes, we think lion is a great leader, right? But as a liberated entrepreneur, our role is to be like a spider. Not very cool, huh? Spider is quietly building a web. It's building a web, putting together people, processes, product, how to make profit. That's what we are doing at the back end. Quietly, we're not making noise, we're not at the limelight. And as a result of this, we become liberated. Things happen on their own. And we are, as liberated entrepreneurs, we create entrepreneurs. We are not just entrepreneurs. We empower our team members to become entrepreneurs, and then we become liberated entrepreneurs. We talked about this journey of mindsets, methods. Methods was also very powerful for me. For a very long time, I constantly faced a lot of people issues in my company, and there was always some conflict or the other happening. Lots of, you could say, there was a lack of teamwork. There was a lack of unity. And one of the things was also, and I observed that teamwork was missing, right? Teamwork is actually one of our core values. It's like a DNA of my company. I always, I believed in it. Then I figured out that my team members are not living the core values. And can't blame them because they do not have the tools how to apply teamwork. And from the methods workshop, not only which I attended, the team members also attended the methods workshop. They learned how to run meetings effectively, how to create teams where they all have a common goal, common purpose. Everyone is aligned. And how the incentives also, how they are structured in the organization are aligned to the performance of the team rather than just as individuals. So, of course, we had a stage where we needed to encourage individual contributors to become profitable, reach certain milestones, and we rewarded people. And it worked to a large extent. In fact, during the pandemic, our business got the best revenue and highest profit, thanks to those initiatives that we took. But those actually ended up backfiring, because then there's no end to individual, desire and ambition, and that affects the team. So we were able to use the methods to realign our team members, give them the tools to work together, collaborate, and get common goals. Next thing is about the golden vibe. That is something, my purpose and so on, which I was aware of to some extent, but the challenge was, how do I make sure that each and every team member is not only aware of it, but also they work in alignment with it. And I found it was very embarrassing when clients would call me and tell me that I feel like I'm not being supported well by your team and so on. I was like, how can this happen in my company, right? So then I realized that everybody in my team doesn't know our purpose and our golden vibe. And what it helped is that we communicated it to everybody in such a way that they also resonate with it, they are inspired by it, and we are applying this across the organization. So that is one major improvement we were able to achieve. The next thing after that is the Golden Strategy Square. The Golden Strategy Square gave me this framework where I could get very clarity on all of these aspects, right? Like the purpose, So this is my website. I'm showing you my website. No, it's not showing. Okay. So one thing is to know, other thing is to communicate to your team, and finally we want to communicate to the world, right? And the Golden Strategy Square helped. Where is it? I can't see it here. Oh, I have to see it there. But how do I navigate it then?
You see the cursor there.
Oh, okay. All right. So you see here, it starts off by saying that who we are to the client, right? Your strategic IP partner. Our core value is your strategy first. So we're putting it right at the beginning. When somebody opens the website, they see we're putting the client's strategy first. Very much aligned to my golden vibe. Okay, so if you see most people's website, it will start by talking about their product, their services. Our website talks about our purpose. And this is directly, the first sentence you see here on our website, the world judges us based on what they can see and what they can touch. And that is something that, I feel very strongly about, that the most valuable things in life are not the things that you can see or that you can touch. And that's why, I do what I do, which is to help to convert the intangible things into valuable assets. And that's the first thing we talk about. Our purpose is to, we are there with the startup founder. From the time when nobody believes in them, and when they think their ideas are useless, right? From that stage, we take them to the stage where they're on top of the world. Because, when you are successful, everybody is there to stand by you, right? When you're starting out, nobody cares, nobody believes in you. We are there. So that is what we are communicating on our website. And the next thing is about the core values, also derived from the golden vibe. We want to make it simple, we want to make it transparent, empower the entrepreneurs, because this IP and all is something that people think it's just too complicated, right? So they don't even want to learn about it, they don't want to know anything about it, but we make it so simple and transparent so that entrepreneurs have control over what they create and what they own. Next thing is about, okay, so this is the why part of it, this is the how. What values we run our business by. The next is, what do we do? What do we create for our clients, right? Which is our services. So this is what the results that we deliver for our clients, international IP portfolios and so on. And last is, of course, for whom, right? So that would be our clients. So there, so for example, in the international patent protection, we have actually talked about different types of clients. So each category of clients, what we do for them, how we help them. And this includes not only like startups and so on, it also includes, when you see strategic IP partner, it talks about like incubators, for example, or research institutions, foreign IP firms, how we partner with them. So we have thought through like the who part of it, who we impact, and we have gone through this in great detail. So this was possible by doing the Golden Strategy Square. And last but not least, about the work sculpting, which we're probably going to do now. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've been extremely busy in my life. I haven't had time for many things. In my college days, I was a musician, and I was in a rock band. And I used to play the guitar, I used to play drums, everything. But all my musical instruments were tucked away for 20 years. And now finally, I've got musical instruments, I've got a music room, and I'm now able to dedicate time to one of my other passions, which is music. And it's possible because through work sculpting, I've been able to gradually delegate those things, which are not my passion or my strength, but which are important. And am able to take out time for some things that are meaningful to me. So thank you, LEC.